20-year-old Ayanna Davis, a substitute teacher at Lakeland High School, is now out of a job facing serious charges with one of her male students, who deputies say is 16 years old or younger.
If you're a teacher, you're supposed to teach. You're not supposed to be getting involved with these students like that.
The investigation began back on December.
What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel's News and Views, conservative news and views. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Participate in the $5 challenge. It definitely helps out with the programs. It helps us out to do what we need to do. Now, I decided to do this story for y'all today because this is very important. Because it's starting to become a trend between substitute teachers and teachers, especially females, that they are influencing our children to the max. Now, this young lady here is 20 years old. All right. That's the first problem. She's a substitute teacher at a high school with children that are a couple of years younger than she is or getting close to 18. Well, she started having a crush on a 16-year-old. And her and that young man crush started to become more and more irresistible, to the point that they started having relations in the classroom, relations right there on Snapchat, recording it at his house, things of that nature. We see this all the time, man. This is all the time in the biggest cities. And this is in Lakeland, Florida. Like I said, Central Florida, right there by Tampa. Nice sunshine, you know. But here's the thing. I keep saying this over and over again on this channel. But when I say it, people think that I'm being a conservative butthead. I keep saying that you need to vet these teachers. You need to give them a psychological evaluation. And you should raise up the age limit for substitute teachers. When I was going to school, you couldn't be a substitute unless you were 21 and up. A lot of times they wouldn't deal with you unless you was in your last year of school and you was already done passed the certification exam. I'm just being real. But unfortunately, schools have gotten desperate because over the years, you know, the teaching profession has gotten more and more ridiculous because, you know, people don't know how to raise their kids and teach their kids how to properly be mannered. And now it's even rubbing off into the adulthood because a lot of these kids that were rowdy and irresponsible and disrespectful back after my era are now in the classroom doing disrespectful stuff like this. I mean, she's 20 years old. She still got raging hormones, and you got her surrounded by other raging hormone males. He even said he instituted the relationship. This is what I'm telling y'all. This is why I say, and I say again, evaluations, higher age for substitute teachers for male and female. This will cut a lot of this junk out. Let's continue.
Third, when a student told a school resource officer about a video on Snapchat showing Davis. According to the affidavit, the male victim sent the video to a large number of Lakeland High School football players. When investigators interviewed Davis, she admitted she and the male student had sex at least 4 times, twice at her home and twice at the student's home, while his parents were asleep upstairs.
Now you heard that? What did she thought was going to happen? He is a teenager. He just turned 16. He got a grown woman. Because when you're 20 in young men's mind, 20, 21, all the way up to 25, that's grown. You even got guys that's 18 that feel accomplished getting it on with a grown woman. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not condoning this. Believe me, this is so wrong. But what did she expect? This is a different time and era. Maybe she thought that she was in an era where kids don't say anything. Kids talk now. Kids talk. They talk all the time. Anything they feel like is going to be cool, they're going to be cool. So if their buddy busts out and say, I had relations with the cheerleader that's the most prettiest in the school, he's got to do a one-up on his boys. He's going to say, well, I had relations with the shapely, attractive substitute teacher. Nah, man, you lying. Oh, I got the proof. Here it is. And this is how this starts. Now, you done threw your whole life away because you'll never be able to teach now. Now you have went to school for nothing. This is what makes me so mad.
Bro, I just
That
told you I needed it out of here.
and everything. So,
Hold on.
I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So now, here we are. This person has lost their life. His life is down the drain. And there's nothing they can do about it. Nothing. Let's finish the rest of the video.
Girl, what is wrong with you? Did you burn through your last 5 brain cells?
You gotta hear that again. Grady be tripping me out. He always say, did you burn through your last brain cells? Nah, she didn't burn through her last brain cells, Brady. No, nobody can't see you. See? Nobody can't see you. Yeah, she didn't burn through her last brain cells, Grady. She's just horny, man. She young girl that around a whole bunch of teenagers. But let's finish it out.
So she's locked up in the county jail, and I anticipate that's where she'll spend Christmas.
When investigators confronted the victim, he initially denied ever having sex with Davis before admitting the two had sex 4 times. In interviews, he says he initiated the relationship when he randomly walked up to her one day. He tells police at first the two just liked each other, but says the relationship turned sexual on October 10th after a football game. As of right now, police are still working to track down a copy of this Snapchat video.
We certainly would like for someone to turn it over to us. We know there are copies out there, but they deny it. However, we've talked to multiple witnesses that saw it. So we believe our witnesses.
In a statement, Polk County School Superintendent Frederick Hyde says in part, quote, "We expect substitute teachers to uphold the same high standards of conduct and professionalism as our full-time educators." Going on to say the charges against this person are disgraceful and a complete violation of the trust that teachers build with their students.
I'm back for a minute, guys. I had to take a pause. Sorry about that, but just think about this, man. You can't make this up, man. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But what's crazy is there's more stuff going on with this situation. Hold on for a second. Let's see if I can pull up some more video.
Now at 11, another local teacher has been arrested accused of having sexual relations with an underage student.
She's in fact the 3rd teacher to be accused of something like this week, and in this CBS 4's Jessica Vallejo has more from Doral.
Now this is from Doral, Florida. This happened back here in October. This is kind of near Central Florida, going towards South Florida. But this is a trend that's going on right now. You got a lot of teachers that are really, really, really trying to take advantage of students. And this is just to show y'all what's really going on out here that nobody ain't talking about.
A Doral teacher accused of having sexual relations with one of her students is now facing serious charges. Ray Valdez with the Doral Police Department says 41-year-old Airi Galvi was having an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old teenager. Police say she would tutor him at home.
Obviously, she was going to his house to instruct him, to tutor him.
According to the affidavit, the investigation began back in March. That's when the teen showed his classmates videos of him and the teacher. The victim had disturbing photos and text messages. He even had her credit card.
Graphic. They're certainly without.
Now think about that. 15 years old with a grown behind woman. This woman is 41 years old. 41. You at 41 should be looking for men that are. You in Doral, Florida. You should be looking for. You could have got you a young man. You could have got you a young man, 21, 22, college kid. Could have had him working you out. You could have been straight. You wouldn't have had nothing to worry about. You would have had every possible type of beautiful situation that you could dream of. But this is crazy. This is real crazy.
Going into detail, they're certainly not what you would expect of a teacher.
Galvi was a teacher at John Smith Elementary and was immediately removed from her position as a teacher when the investigation began. She is the second Doral teacher accused of having a sexual relationship with a student. Just this past week, police say 36-year-old Daniel Fernandez a sex act on a 14-year-old girl at Renaissance Middle School. A Hialeah teacher was also arrested for a sexual relationship with a student, and a Broward Crossing guard was arrested for making sexual advances towards a minor.
Verify who your children are hanging out with, who your children, what they're doing, and very important, what it is that they're doing on their phones.
Miami-Dade County schools have since released a statement saying, quote, MDCPS will continue to review its employee trainings to ensure that our workforce is fully aware of the district's professional expectations of them and their ethical obligation to safeguard children.
So there you have it, folks.